Alright guys, what is going on? It is Warpath 2 or Adam, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different. So I know you guys have seen my montages, and I get a lot of feedback on them, but one of the things I always get is kind of questions on the camera angles and things like that. So I thought today I would specifically address and kind of walk you guys through my process of making a montage. Now, this isn't going to be anything that you guys have seen yet. This is part of the League of Awesome gameplay, but this is my side, which I'm saving for last, because that's what you're supposed to do, save the best for last. So I'm going to walk you through my process, kind of show you what I look for in montages, put it together, and show you what it's pretty much all going to look like, and then finally show you the final product, if you will. So here's what you're looking at right now. What I want you to pay attention to is the toggle controls area here that shows you kind of my rundown of what I did in theater mode. I got a lot of kills in this game. It was pretty good for me, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't really look for the bunched up kills. So if you look here, like kind of these first grouping of kills is gonna be nice, but some of those things where it looks like solid green bars or you can tell there's 3 or 4 kills, I don't always look for that because that's not going to give me the best option to make angles. I want things that are kind of to have a lot of kills in an area but are kind of spread apart. I don't want it to be something where I have to, I don't know, have too many quick cuts or things like that. I want to make sure I can move the camera around with the action and not lose any of it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys the first kind of scene I have built here, and then I'm going to walk you through me making the scene, perfecting the scene, and show you the scene. So I'm going to go with this first grouping because I already looked at it and it looks nice. So here's what it's going to look like in first person. Nothing too remarkable yet. So I get this pretty nice grenade. It's going to look good. Got him. And then I go over here, shoot this guy, don't quite finish the job, get him, come down, get him, and then get him. So we're going to watch that again just so you guys can kind of see. Now, I usually watch these 3 or 4 times so I can get an idea of what movements I need to make and what I need to do. So it's only 4 kills, but that first kill is good, and that me stopping gives me time to kind of do some things you'll see in a minute. So I get this guy after he throws a C4. I get this guy, go around, get this guy. Now, if you've watched my montages before, you kind of know where this is going. So the first thing I always do, I don't even turn off any of the HUD or toggle controls yet. I go into free roam, and they have a mode called dolly camera. Now, dolly camera, you have to place markers for. This is how I get kind of my crazy angles. I actually have a camera that will follow a track that I predefined, and I can base this off timing, things like that. So it's not all me controlling the slow-mo or even me controlling the actual camera angles. I just kind of pick them, make sure they fit in with the time, and then go from there. So let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to go to edit camera, and so you see instantly this is kind of where it starts out. Already kind of a really nice cinematic look. Now I do a lot of hand control with the right trigger as far as the slow-mo goes. So first we need to set up our base camera point, which is going to be right, not yet because I haven't thrown it yet, but as I come around this corner, that's going to be the base camera point for us, where it kind of all starts. I'm going to put that here. So this is me going for the grenade. Already I've got to get a little bit higher on the elevation so I can track the grenade as it gets thrown and go from there. So this camera, let me reposition this because I don't really like where this is. I'm going to move this down here, and we're going to go back out a little bit, push it through. Whoa, that went too quick, but try this again. Alright, so you also got to watch out for objects, by the way, because that can be a pain. So where's the guy I end up killing? Guy I end up killing is not even up here yet. I don't know where he is, so we'll see that in just a moment. So we're going to pan out from it instead of following the path this time. We're going to let it go a little. There it is on the bed. Alright, so I didn't see the action there, but I know where the explosion is. So that's pretty much the first part of it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, since I know all my stuff is out here in just a minute, I can see this guy get his. And I can follow him down here and see him get his. And then go up here and kind of the same thing. It's all about creating interesting angles for it. So now this is basically the layout. So what you see there, I didn't just pick random angles. Before I even started this, I knew I was going to go back through that room, over the bridge, down to watch that guy get killed, watch the second guy, and come out this way for the fourth guy. It's how I see the thing. So what we're going to do before we do anything, before we even touch the slow-mo, because I want to make sure I have my cameras right, we're going to watch it in the dolly camera view. This is what it's going to look like real time without any slow-mo or anything like that. Not bad, not bad. That guy, I've got to adjust that camera, so that's a mental note. Come down here, that guy, get him, looks pretty good, and then finally this guy. Alright, so here's what we're going to do now. I'm going to adjust the cameras, we're going to do some work, but you see the track. You can see the basic area where this flows. So I'm going to follow it kind of back around here, and this stays in place, which is cool. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to keep the speed where it is at 1, which is just your base speed. We're going to slow it down a little bit here, not too much because there's not a reason for it, but we're going to keep it like around 6 or 7. And then we're going to go here, and I actually want to reposition this camera to give us kind of a different vantage point so we can see the guy come in. And this one we're going to slow down to about half speed. And then again we're going to reposition this camera to here, and we're going to slow this down to about 2. And we're going to pick this back up at 4, 5 we'll say, and we're going to go full speed. And we're going to slow this down to 3, slow this down to 1. Actually, no, we're going to go back. Slow this up to 3, slow it down to 1. And this is all me just kind of remembering the background too, because this is vital. But you notice I'm using the fixed setting. With the fixed setting, it's going to do all the slow-mo work for me. I don't need to do anything, which is brilliant because I really don't want to do anything. I'm going to speed this up to 7, come around here at a 3, and 1, 3, boom. So now we're going to watch this in dolly and see how my changes look. And so you can see they come in there, got a nice little slow-mo angle. Come down here, and you can see me get the kill on that guy. Nice slow-mo. This is nice and smooth. I don't have to do anything in Vegas. It just does everything for me. It's going to go the same way for this guy. And finally for this kid. And it looks good. That's how I want it to look. I want it to look cinematic. I want it to look like something kind of special. So the only thing I have a problem with on this is the first angle with the grenade. I'm going to adjust that. But when I come back and I'll be done with this at this point, I will show you guys kind of the finished product, I guess you'll say. Alright guys. Alright guys, so I'm about to show you kind of the perfected, I don't want to say vision, but the perfected version of this. So this is just me sitting at the dolly camera waiting for it to start. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward it and show you the final scene. And before I do so, this is really going to wrap it up guys. So once again, my name is Adam, or Warpath 2. You guys take it easy.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go. Owers and tastemakers peacemakers, no chaser. Gets the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker. Cut the middleman and inhale the vapors. Madman, old 10 Don Drapers. Cut the jukebox on, make the woofers blow. We gon' sit here until all them heifers go. Holler at the tens and spend a little dough. Not on them, no, they can buy their own drinks. Take that work week off, 5 days in the bucket. Fuck it, you got a boss who's a jerk, who doesn't. Throw on some Wu-Tang, bring the motherfucker.